Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at how to create a user onboarding experience using Adobe XD. Now we're in XD right now. First thing we're going to do is create a new document. We're going to create a document using the iPhone 6 preset here. So go ahead and click on that. Alright. Now first thing I'm going to do is grab the artboard and copy it over. I'm going to make about 3. Now I'm going to grab my type tool and I'm going to begin typing out, placing some text here. It'll say turn on GPS. Going to center this, adjust the type a little bit, turn this to bold, and just adjust the position a little bit more. I'm going to drag it down right about. Alright, that's good. Okay, I'm going to grab the type tool again and get kind of some smaller text here describing the page a little bit. So drag this out and begin typing. Now I'm going to adjust this font size after I finish this. Alright, cool. So I'm gonna change this from 20 point to about 13. Change this to regular. And again, just adjust the positioning of this. Right about there is good. Alright, next I'm gonna copy this text over to each artboard. Now I'm gonna create kind of a progress notification for the user. So we can just grab the Eclipse tool and move the border, get it white. I'm actually going to change this down to gray so we can see this. I'm going to use the repeat grid, which is really useful for doing things like this or repeating objects. I'm going to center this up there. Alright. Cool. Alright. Now I'm going to grab this and copy this over again to each artboard. Next, one important thing to note or to do when creating an onboarding experience is to give the user the option to skip through it if they kind of already have an idea of what to do. So I'm going to place a skip button up here. I'm going to just get that in a good position. And alright, I'm going to change this font to the size down to about a semi-bold, and again copy this over. Next, I'm going to speed things up and create a gradient background using Adobe Illustrator. Alright, now that we have the background ready, we're going to change some of the text color here to make this stand out more. I'm going to brighten the subtext a little bit more. Now for these, for the bottom icon here, I'm going to brighten that as well as add some color to it to signify which page the user is on. So I'm going to add an orange fill here. Or for both of these, I'm going to drag this over. And I'm just going to be swapping out the yellow fill for each page. So I'll change this middle button or middle circle to a yellow fill. Same goes with the last page. Gonna change the last circle here yellow to a yellow fill. And I'm gonna brighten the skip button a bit. Alright, cool. Now I'm gonna focus on the text. So I'm gonna change this to lift your phone to the night sky. Or actually, yeah, that works. Okay. And for the bottom text, just get some, just fill this in. Make sure that it looks nice and centered. Alright, for this last page, we'll say, watch the constellations. Alright. And we'll fill this in as well. Alright. Cool. Let's make sure there's a period there. Okay, next I'm going to start adding in some illustrations here. So I'm going to speed things up a bit, but not so much. I want you to be able to see exactly how get to the final illustration. Alright, cool. So we have the illustrations done here. Now next, I'm going to use some icons here to show some navigation between pages. I'm going to create a right icon there, right arrow, and I'm going to copy and paste that and then turn it around and place it here. Copy them both and place them on the last page, the third page here, and copy just the right arrow onto the first page. Alright, cool. So now I'm gonna go revisit this page, and I want to add a button here that would allow the user to turn on their GPS from within this onboarding process here. So I'm gonna create a button here using a rounded rectangle. Kind of get that into place. I'm gonna just adjust it a little bit, make it a little smaller. Alright, that works. Center that up, grab the ellipse tool here, and drag out a button here. I'm gonna change the color to this yellow that we've been using, or orange. Alright. Okay, so I'm gonna just align this more. Copy this text. We'll type enable GPS. Just that. There we go. Alright. Probably gonna change that to semi-bold. Okay, next I'm gonna just grab both of these and just drag them down a little bit. Let's see. There we go. Alright, now I'm going to drag this page over. And it's a neat trick here. I'm going to change this to an off button. Alright, I'm going to make an adjustment here on this fourth page here. I'm actually going to remove this arrow. Actually doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I'm going to replace that with a button here. And I'm going to change this to this orange we've been using. And we'll type in here, begin searching. Alright. Drag this box over a little bit. Okay. So next we can begin starting to prototype the app or the onboarding process here. But first I'm going to drag some boxes around some of the arrows here, and these are just going to act as triggers. Now I'm using empty boxes because the arrows alone can sometimes be too small of a button to push, so this kind of helps out. So I'm going to go to prototype here, and we're going to begin dragging over some of these triggers. Drag that. Alright, we're going to choose push left. We'll say push right for the back arrow. See if I can find it here. There, right? We'll say for this button, or for the artboard as a whole, will be a trigger. That'll be push left. And we'll do a push right again here. Alright. And tapping this artboard will send us back to the first artboard. We'll do push, I think push left will be good. Okay. Alright, cool. So now we're finished. We can click the play button and start clicking around here and see what we've created here. So we've created a functional button here. Go ahead and click the artboard to switch to the next page. The back buttons are working pretty well. The navigation, the transitions are pretty nice. You can see the bottom icons and how they're transitioning between pages, how they're switching colors. Alright, that is going to do it for today's design. I will leave a link in the description for the live prototype. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.